10 things you didn't know about the NBA. The NBA has become a global game and it's only getting bigger. But there are some things about the best basketball league in the world that you might not know. These are 10 things you didn't know about the NBA. Number 1. Did you know the shortest player in NBA history actually has more blocks than you think? Tyrone Muggsy Bogues is famously known as the shortest player in the history of the NBA. Standing a solid 5'3" in height, it's safe to say that Muggsy was playing against the trees during his NBA career. While he was never the tallest on the floor, no one could dispute that Muggsy had heart. And you might be surprised to know that he actually had 39 blocks during his whole career. That might not seem like much, but considering that he was almost always up against players 6 feet and up, that's when you realize how good a player Muggsy was. Coming in at number 2. While that might be cool, wait till you hear this stabbing story. Pun intended. Did you know that the Boston Celtics legend Paul Pierce was actually stabbed 11 times before the 2001-2002 NBA season started? It was a late night out in a Boston nightclub, and Pierce, just on a normal night out partying, somehow ended up trying to stop a bar fight that actually broke out. Unfortunately for Pierce, he ended up getting stabbed 11 times. Pierce was stabbed in the neck, the face, and the back. Luckily, one of his teammates was there to rush him to the hospital and his life was saved. And 3 days after undergoing major surgery, Pierce was back on his feet and back to shooting hoops. The crazier thing? He played and started in all 82 games of the 2001-2002 season. I guess they don't call him the truth for nothing. Coming in hot at number 3. In today's game, the three-point shot has become an essential weapon for almost all NBA teams. Now, there's a strong argument to say that this is due to the lights-out shooting of players like Steph Curry, Ray Allen, and Reggie Miller. But did you know the three-point shot didn't actually start in the NBA? The three-pointer was actually adopted by the NBA from the now defunct American Basketball Association, or the ABA. The ABA during the 70s was known as a flashier brand of basketball compared to the NBA. When the two leagues merged, the NBA adopted the three-pointer in its 79-78 season, and that's how the three-pointer was born. Lights out. Number 4. That was a hell of an assist from the ABA. But did you know that the man with the most assists in a game might not be the player you expect? While names such as John Stockton, Steve Nash, or Chris Paul may come to mind, the record for most assists in a game actually belongs to the former Orlando Magic point guard, Scott Skiles. He had a whopping 30 assists. Skiles dished the 30 dimes in a game against the Denver Nuggets back in December 30th of 1990. We're halfway there, number 5. Speaking of in-game records, this one's not much of a surprise. Philadelphia 76er legend Allen Iverson holds the record for most steals in an NBA playoff game. While the answer was mostly known for his scoring prowess as an innovative guard, he wasn't a scrub on defense at all. He showed this when he recorded 10 steals against the Orlando Magic on May 13th of 1999. Coming in at number 6, Jerry West, more commonly known as the Logo, is the only player in NBA history to win the Finals MVP despite being on the losing team of the series. In an NBA Finals series, the Finals MVP is usually given to the best player of the NBA Finals, and almost always the best player emerges from the team that ends up victorious. But in the 1969 NBA Finals, Jerry West defied the odds by being both the first NBA Finals MVP and the first one to come from the losing team. While his Lakers lost against the Boston Celtics that year in 7 games, West's play in that series more than justified the award. He averaged almost 38 points per game, 7 assists, and almost 5 rebounds. No wonder West was chosen to be the league's logo. Number 7. On the opposite side of the spectrum, while Bill Russell holds the record for most NBA championships with 11, you might be surprised to know that the Celtic legend has never won Finals MVP. This was because the MVP award was only implemented in 1969, and unfortunately for Russell, that was the last year of his illustrious playing career. Number 8. Russell's accomplishments didn't go unappreciated by the league. While the NBA great never won the NBA Finals MVP, the award was actually named after him in 2009. It was rebranded as the Bill Russell NBA Finals Most Valuable Player Award to honor the NBA great for all his accomplishments in the league. I'm pretty sure getting the award that you never got being named after you is a great consolation prize for Mr. Russell. Coming in at number 9. If you've recently gotten into the NBA rabbit hole, you've probably found out that NBA teams changing locations or moving around has been a common occurrence in the history of the league. So it may surprise you to know that only 2 teams have ever moved from their original locations: the Celtics and the Knicks. Make sure you guys catch this lob and dunk on that subscribe button. And coming in hot at number 10 on the list of 10 things you didn't know about the NBA is that the former NBA team, the Seattle Supersonics, has actually won a playoff series more recently than the Sacramento Kings. This one might hurt you Kings fans, but it's true. We last saw the Sonics in the NBA in the 07-08 season. Their last playoff series win was in the 2005 playoffs against, you guessed it, the Kings, and in the first round. Meanwhile, the Kings' last playoff series win was way back in 2004 when they defeated the Mavericks, also in the first round. Check out our channel for more videos like this.